You all right, babe?
The door was locked in the room. Yeah. And...
Okay, can you sit right here for me?
These are the two daughters of 28-year-old Ashley Fish. In just a few seconds, they're going to lead the officer to their mother's lifeless body inside the bathroom.
Eggs were burning and she's in there.
As the oldest daughter bravely moves to guide her younger siblings to safety, police still don't know what they're walking into. They don't know if this was self-inflicted, or if there's a killer still on the loose. What they will eventually learn is far worse. Ashley's killer is closer to home than anyone could have imagined, and this case will pull investigators into one of the most tragic domestic dispute investigations the state of Louisiana has ever seen.
Is she alive?
No, she's not.
They're young.
Yeah, he done a number on her, that's for sure.
I wanted him to leave. Get out there. Leave the girls alone. I said I'd just shoot you.
I don't even know.
On a quiet April evening in the small city of DeRidder, Louisiana, police receive a disturbing 911 call. Shocks the dispatcher is in panic. It's how calm the caller sounds.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I need to report a crime.
Hey, what's the address?
265 Northridge Drive in DeRidder, Louisiana.
Stay on the line while I get DeRidder. Please hold with us.
Thank you.
Instead of responding, the caller hangs up. Officers are immediately concerned that whoever called may be in immediate danger. Officer Josh Stanford rushes to the address, unaware that he's only moments away from discovering a scene more disturbing than anything he's encountered before.
You all right, babe?
The door was locked in the room. Yeah. And...
Okay, can you sit right here for me?
Yes.
Is anybody in there?
No. My sisters are inside right there.
Okay.
And we got my mommy. The eggs were burning and she's in there.
Okay, y'all come in here. Come right
No,
here.
I don't want to go.
Come here. Stay in here. Stay in here. 254 City.
The woman has a single gunshot wound to the right side of her head. She appears to have been dead for some time, but the male caller is nowhere to be found. Then the officer remembers something else. There are still 4 young girls nearby, children who have just lost their mother.
Come here. Come here. Come help me. Come help me. Do you know these children?
Yes, they're our neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah, like Maddie.
You got parents here?
Yes.
Huh? Can you take them to a secure place for me? Was there anybody else here, baby?
I don't think so. I don't know.
In an unimaginable act of courage, the oldest daughter leads her younger sisters away from the house. She takes them across the street to a neighbor's home. The neighbor takes in all 4 traumatized children. Those children will later become instrumental to the investigation. Officers return inside the home to search for the caller. They don't yet realize he's the one who pulled the trigger.
Is there one victim or 2?
I'm at Northridge.
City, do I have one victim or 2? So we need to clear the rest of the house. I'm under the impression there was a male here too. So clear the rest of the house.
City police!
Hey, city police!
Go right.
Police department!
Click.
See, when Gladys was on the phone with him, I was under the impression there was a male subject that had been shot.
Look out in the backyard. What's that I smell?
The eggs were burning.
Are they cooked? Oh, okay.
Where's she at?
She's in that bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else clear?
Everything else is clear.
No one else is found inside the home. Officers are still in the dark about who the caller really is. They examine Ashley's injuries more closely. There are almost no signs of an imminent struggle. That raises a troubling question. Could Could the wound have been self-inflicted? Before anything else, officers need to identify the victim. That's when one officer makes a devastating discovery, one that turns this case deeply personal. Ashley Fish.
I didn't want to wait till you got here before I started trying to find an ID or anything. Hey, you want me to turn the stove off?
Yes.
Ashley Fish.
Nobody else. You said kids were in the house?
They're across the street. Ashley Fish. I'm assuming young based off of what I'm seeing here.
I went to school with her.
Did you?
Yeah.
So she's from East Beauregard?
Yeah. They moved away.
She any kin to Josh Fish?
No, I don't think so.
She's your age though, or?
Yeah. Graduated together, so we're about the same.
The lead detective immediately recognizes the name, 28-year-old Ashley Fish, a DeRidder local, someone he knew personally. Ashley had married her high school sweetheart. She had only recently moved back to Louisiana from Texas. Now determined to uncover who murdered his friend, the detective turns to the neighbors for answers. At the same time, other officers begin reviewing neighborhood CCTV footage. They're searching for anyone who might have been inside the house besides Ashley and the children, and they're about to discover that someone else was there.
Detective Cooley, Sheriff's Office. Jeff Brown. Nice to meet you, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all mind if I ask you a couple questions? Yeah, you can ask me anything, but I really didn't see anything. The only one that saw anything was my son. Your son was one that was mowing. He was mowing out here. What's your buddy? Detective Cooley. Nice to meet you. Heard you kind of saw some stuff, just a little bit. Not much, but you seen some, something happen next door?
Well, I was just mowing the lawn, and then I saw, like, the car of the whatever leave.
As the boy speaks, his statement begins to line up with other information investigators are starting to receive. Another neighbor steps forward with Ring camera footage. The video shows a black truck leaving Ashley's house just minutes before the 911 call was made. Now desperate to identify the driver of that truck, officers move to the next house.
What's that?
The girls are at my house. Can you tell us what's going on?
It's not good.
Is she alive?
No, she's not.
Was she shot?
Yes.
She was out here earlier when about 5 o'clock or so. I saw her out here. Everything seemed fine. There was a truck. She has a significant other. She was going through a divorce, and they're legally separated, but he was here. The black truck was here.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think he shot her?
Well, I can't tell you a whole lot.
I got it.
So as long as the children are safe with you for now, we'll take care of it from there.
As far as I know, her. Gosh, I'm assuming that it was Tyler was the person that was here. I don't know if that was his truck. He usually drives a black truck. And then her husband's name is John Fish.
The neighbor identifies the man investigators now consider their primary suspect, 34-year-old Tyler Durachowski, Ashley's new boyfriend. Detectives immediately begin digging into Tyler's background. They pull records. They gather everything they can. And they begin trying to locate him as quickly as possible. But before a manhunt can even begin, another 911 call comes in.
Hi, I need to turn myself in to the police.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this.
Are you wanted? Do you have an active warrant?
No, I just committed a crime.
Okay, what crime did you commit?
I shot somebody.
Okay, where are you located?
I'm at Burke's Outlet in DeRidder. I'm in the parking lot, and I just am going to wait here to get picked up.
Okay, who did you shoot?
A woman.
Okay, what is her name?
Ashley Fish.
This one is from the killer himself. Officers rush to the address Tyler provides. They arrive to find an empty parking lot. They're baffled. Why confess? Why wait so long? Knowing he likely killed a woman in front of her children, officers brace themselves. They expect anything to go wrong at any moment.
The suspect is going to be in Burke's parking lot. Vehicle.
Okay, so the easiest way to do this is sit down on your butt and just turn your legs in, okay?
Simple. And understood.
Are you out with that subject at first? Can I disconnect?
The main suspect in custody, officers believe the worst may be over. Wrong. When they search Tyler's vehicle, they don't find a weapon, but they do find something else. Multiple prescription drugs, vials of testosterone, and syringes. Even more disturbing is Tyler's demeanor. Narrator, he's calm. Too calm. And investigators begin to realize this controlled behavior may be intentional. Part of a plan to get away with murder.
If you're still comfortable talking to me, can you tell me a little bit about what happened out there? This woman and I got in an altercation last night. Things were kind of falling out between the two of us, just relationally, and I was getting ready to move back to Oregon. So she had a gun in her drawer. She loaded it and was pointing it at me, and we started fighting, and it went off.
Tyler insists he shot Ashley in self-defense, claims she pulled the gun first. Immediately, the investigation becomes far more complicated. Once Tyler is transported to the station, officers relay his statement back to the scene. Investigators begin searching for anything that might support his claim. Unexpectedly, they find something: the murder weapon itself.
Here's what I've got right now. I know you got a lot of information coming in. Cameron has got the suspect, Tyler Grabowski,
Over at
Park Terrace. He gave himself up without any problems.
and he told y'all that he did it.
Yeah.
You see the hair in it. I've called in the serial number. It's gonna be a Smith & Wesson.
She's been here for a minute?
If I had to guess, she's still having some coming out of the wound. She's still pretty warm, and if I had to guess, I'd say it's been between 45 minutes and an hour and 20.
Was that sitting right there? Yes. All right. So once they run the strip, we'll be back out and we'll get a search warrant.
Is that 40 caliber?
Detectives still find no evidence of a struggle, but after running the serial number, they uncover something unexpected. The gun doesn't belong to Tyler. It belongs to Ashley, meaning his story may not be entirely false. Investigators begin to understand just how little physical evidence directly ties Tyler to the shooting. The scene is processed. Ashley's body is sent for autopsy. Her phone is sent to forensic analysts to be unlocked. Shortly after, Ashley's parents arrive. They take custody of the 4 traumatized children.
I've got some grapes and some strawberries. Yummy. Yummy. Are y'all hungry?
The one you want to talk to is yeah, she supposedly told my wife that she saw something and she didn't want to talk about it.
I know.
Hey, my babies.
Hey.
Papa.
Papa.
Hey, baby. Here, I'm going to pick you up.
For the officers, there is a small sense of relief. The children are finally away from the horrors inside the house. But now comes the hardest task of all. Someone has to call Ashley's ex-husband and tell him that the mother of his children is dead. Lead Detective Cully asks John to come to the station immediately for questioning. And while Tyler anxiously waits for his turn to speak, detectives make a deliberate decision. They will start with John. But the longer Tyler waits, the more agitated he becomes. And by the time detectives finally sit down with him, he will snap. 1 hour after Ashley's body is discovered, John arrives at the police station. John explains that he and Ashley were together for over a decade. They had their first child young. And together, they raised 4 beautiful daughters. For the detective, one question matters more than any other. What does John think of Tyler? Is he capable of hurting Ashley? Or was he simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? But before that, something else weighs heavily on John. He still has to explain to his daughters why they will never hear their mother's voice again.
I just want to let them know that she's no longer with us. Mom's no longer with us, She's an angel now. The 6-year-old and 4-year-old, they're kind of like, oh, she's an angel. They're going to talk a little bit about it, and they're more concerned about how she's flying and everything,
Right.
I don't know what she's seen, but that's got me real bent out of shape,
On that devastating note, the detective shifts the conversation. They begin talking about the final moments leading up to Ashley's death. Tragically, Ashley appeared to sense danger, and just moments before she died, she made her final cry for help.
When I see that, he's calling, what runs through my head, and it's great. We got some bull crap. We got some bull crap. They're in some kind of argument, and they're trying to drag me into this, and I don't want to be part of y'all's drama. I don't want to be part of y'all's drama. Nothing in the past has ever felt like there was anybody in danger. Talking about kids, kids never tell me anything's going bad around the house, so I'm not really feeling too in it. And through all this time, you know, I text back, I'm not trying to get in y'all's drama. That's when she texts, he won't leave, I know. As soon as I got that, when I actually looked and seen that he's not leaving, I called. She's like, hello. And the first thing I go, what's going on? He's mad because he's got to leave. And I said, are my kids okay? Are my kids safe? She said, yes. Because I was a little concerned, but I wasn't like super, I'm just ready for him to leave, like, hung up. And then I texted her, said, talk to my kids, please, at 6:55. I just couldn't get a hold of her, and I was like, this is weird. This is just, you know, it was just odd.
At 6:55 p.m., John lost all contact with Ashley, and with it, the hope of ever rebuilding a future with her. Shortly afterward, Detective Cully wraps up his interview with John. John made one thing clear: Ashley was a loving mother. She was incapable of harming anyone, and she deserves justice. Still not ready to interrogate Tyler, and fully aware that the physical evidence against him is dangerously thin, Detective Cully makes another move. He brings in Ashley's relatives. Narrator, one by one, they give statements. The goal is to understand Tyler's character, to determine whether he truly is capable of murder. And it doesn't take long for one thing to become clear. Every single one of them distrusted Tyler, some to the point of threatening his life. They feared he might one day snap and hurt Ashley.
You know, I wanted him to leave, get out there, leave the girls alone. You know, I said I'd just shoot you, you know, but I didn't, you know. And I went home, and my wife and my daughter, you know, they talked some sense into, you know, but I mean, thoughts crossed my mind hundreds of times now, you know. If I'd have carried that out, I know it's bad, but they'd had the mama.
He's there, and he comes out, and I think he shook my hand, and I'm like, you know, hey Tyler, nice to meet you, and whatnot, and he just goes straight in the door and picks up Ashley's guitar and goes and hikes his leg up on the damn trampoline and starts looking at the moon and playing guitar. And I'm like, Ashley, what in the f*** is he doing? Can we just go inside? I don't want to hear this prick playing or something. You know, just something. He stops and he come over there to pull us apart, and I just rear back and punched him in the side of the head. And I had told her, he needs to go. You know, you need to get...
You know, I did threaten him. You know, I wanted him to leave, get out there, leave the girls alone. You know, I said I'd just shoot you, you know, but I didn't, you know. And I went home, and my wife and my daughter, you know, they talked some sense into, you know, but I mean, thoughts crossed my mind hundreds of times now, you know. If I'd have carried that out, I know it's bad, but they'd had the mama.
He's there, and he comes out, and I think he shook my hand, and I'm like, you know, hey Tyler, nice to meet you, and whatnot, and he just goes straight in the door and picks up Ashley's guitar and goes and hikes his leg up on the damn trampoline and starts looking at the moon and playing guitar. And I'm like, Ashley, what in the f*** is he doing? Can we just go inside? I don't want to hear this prick playing or something. You know, just something. He stops and he come over there to pull us apart, and I just rear back and punched him in the side of the head. And I had told her, he needs to go. You know, you need to get this done and get it done. Get him on the road. You know, last couple of weeks she told me she hadn't made her decision. He did have to go, and this time it was for good. She said, I will be alone.
And then this other guy, and I talked with my wife about it. I said, I don't understand why somebody that supposedly has got their living already set, you know, they ain't even got to work for a living, to start seeing somebody that has 4 kids. He has no kids. I said, the only thing I can think of is maybe he's a damn. I said, that sounds suspicious to me, you know? Yes.
It becomes painfully clear. Ashley's family all wish she had stayed with John instead of Tyler. To them, Tyler was a walking red flag, someone capable of snapping at any moment. But despite their fears, investigators are still stuck. Everything they have is circumstantial. Still, there is hope. Police did find concerning items in Tyler's car. Multiple anabolic drugs, substances known to affect mood, judgment, and irritability. With these findings, detectives know they are grasping at straws. Time is slipping away, and Detective Cully understands he can't wait any longer. It's time to come face to face with the killer. By this point, he has been waiting for hours, sitting alone, growing increasingly impatient to speak. The right lawyer, he has a real chance to walk free. Without one, a single wrong word could now cost him his freedom for life. And for Detective Cully, this isn't just another case. Ashley was his friend, someone he had known for years. Now he has to sit across from the man who has already confessed to killing her.
Okay, if I record, it's just help me keep everything in track. So.
My biggest thing is I want to know who you are, because that's very important. We need to know who Ashley is. That's very important. It's not just the events of what happened tonight. It's the whole totality of the history with you guys, because that's going to help best explain everything that led up to where we're at. I'm gonna tell you that you remember the saying, "The truth will set you free." The truth will set you free in here. It's up to you. I can't make you. I would love to know. We would all love to know, just for the sake of you, and for the sake of Ashley, obviously.
I mean, I feel like giving a statement just because I'm here. I don't know how long we wait for a lawyer to get here or whatever, but I just wanted to talk about what happened, tonight. So I don't know if that's,
I think it's important,
Okay.
because right now we've got, obviously,
I think I need to tell what happened. I left about 6 p.m., a little around 6 p.m. I'm not even quite sure when it was when I called the actual police department or called 911. What I had left it as, there were 4 children in the house and a woman.
From the outset, Detective Suspect Tyler has a plan. Turning himself in may have been his first step in trying to appear more innocent. And as the interrogation unfolds, that plan becomes crystal clear. Everything that happened that night, according to Tyler, was Ashley's fault.
The woman and I had an altercation with a loaded weapon, and she had a bullet in her head. Never initiated violent contact on her like that. I'm not the one that pulled the gun. I don't have the gun. I don't want the gun. I don't want to end disputes with a gun.
No intention to shoot at you.
No. I've never had. I don't want to take a mother away from her 4 kids. That's not my thing. I closed the door. I locked the bedroom door to the bedroom so the kids don't go in there. I had emptied out the gun. It was empty, and I left it there, and I went out. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I'm sorry. I wasn't perfect. Kids were there. There's a 9-year-old there that's really responsible and was watching the kids. The neighbors were outside across the street, or I had seen neighbors outside at one point across the street. I felt like I just needed to go and be like, this just happened. So I drove to the parking lot down the street and just called 911.
In Tyler's own words, the shooting was merely an altercation. But what stands out even more is how he refers to Ashley only as a woman. Never his partner, never his ex. Up until this point, Tyler has shown no emotion when talking about Ashley, but detectives can sense something beneath the surface. Tyler avoids eye contact. Narrator, he rambles. Narrator, he fidgets. He appears restless, almost like he's on the verge of a breakdown. And the moment detectives ask about Ashley's children, Tyler finally cracks. This is the first real emotion detectives have seen.
And she's got how many kids?
4 kids.
Were they all at the house tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
But they need to determine whether this is genuine guilt, a calculated tactic, or emotional instability tied to his anabolic substance abuse. Aware that Tyler could shut down the interview at any moment, Detective Cully grows more cautious. He begins carefully probing Tyler about problems in his relationship with Ashley. And this is when Tyler slips up.
I was married for 5 years, and I felt like a man of honor, and I had a ring on, and I was proud of it. I was proud to be married. I was proud to be a good husband, and I fell into this weird relationship that I never wanted, to be in. I've never wanted to be a part of, and I just went down this road that I just kind of felt like I could never escape from. It was like drowning in it, So I'm just like I was able to divorce in Oregon, it went through in just a couple months and it was finalized and it was done. Her thing has been a year.
Right.
It takes a year for them to do the separation process and everything, and So we've just been kind of in that
Yeah.
whirlwind of back and forth with everything and stuff. And I've thought about leaving multiple times. I've wanted to leave multiple times just because it's kind of too much to just take being like, am I taking this man away from 4 kids, like his 4 kids, whatever. I just have felt I felt a lot of guilt in my life in this relationship.
According to Tyler, he felt guilty and planned to walk away. But detectives already know this isn't true. Ashley's ex-husband has already shown investigators messages in which she repeatedly complained that Tyler refused to leave. Additionally, detectives uncovered love letters exchanged between Tyler and his ex-wife. Narrator reading letter to my love. By the time you see this letter, you're miles away from me. Narrator reading letter don't be mad. I hid one last love letter in your things. Narrator reading letter you defeated the world to get to me. I'm never going to forget about you. Narrator reading letter don't forget about me. Reading letter I hope you're ready for when we meet again. It's clear to detectives that Tyler left his marriage by choice and could have gone back at any moment. So Detective Cully pushes further, asking whether the relationship ever turned abusive. And in that moment, Tyler's mask begins to slip. Tyler's resentment toward Ashley and his wounded sense of masculinity is now impossible to hide.
Has it ever become physical? Has she ever hit you, struck you, kicked you, slapped you?
Slapped a couple times, just kind of slapped with things, shoes or something like that. She's hit me with like shoes and stuff.
Out of anger?
Frustration, yeah.
She hit you hard?
I mean, just like I don't want to sound like a D. I mean, she just slapped me with her like slippers.
We're talking about
it's kind of like that across when she was mad about something. Yeah.
Okay. So, like the way I picture is like if my wife's agitated with me or aggravated with me, she pops me with something.
Yeah.
Are we saying something like that, or are we saying she aggressively was like you?
No, pops you with something. I'm saying middle ground of that, just kind of like pissed about something, but just that's how she's reacting to it. But she wasn't like overly like. I'd never seen a level of aggression to this before with the gun. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea. I've never seen her do anything, pull any shit like that ever. I didn't even know she could.
But Tyler would now reveal something far more disturbing about himself. As part of Ashley's custody agreement, she was not allowed to have anyone stay overnight, including Tyler, a rule he knew very well. And when the relationship began to fall apart, Tyler's first instinct was retaliation. He threatened to expose the violation to Ashley's ex-husband, knowing full well it could cost her custody of her children.
And so our relationship was really falling out here, and I threatened to tell him the truth when I was getting ready to leave. I was going to call her husband and be like, I've been spending the night here. I don't know what legal ramifications it's going to have for you guys in your life, in your world. I've been in this relationship with you. This relationship has hurt me in a lot of ways. I've sacrificed a lot of things. And for me to go and have closure, I think that I'm just going to let John know the whole truth. I think he deserves to know the truth. And I'm sorry, it was kind of an ugly ending for both of us, this woman and I.
In his own words, Tyler has just shown how quickly he retaliates, how easily he justifies harming Ashley whenever he feels threatened, rejected, or powerless. But according to Tyler, what happened next wasn't just another argument. He claims Ashley escalated everything to a deadly level.
She has a loaded gun, or she has a gun in her drawer next to the bed, and I was in the bedroom talking with her, and she loaded her gun and cocked it back and basically told me that she wasn't going to let me call and tell. And so this just went to 1,000, 0 to 1,000 in one blink of an eye. I'm in the bedroom talking with her, having a normal conversation, and she's loading a gun in front of my face. She has a pistol. Literally packing some stuff, putting some stuff in the drawers. I wasn't doing shit. I didn't hit her. I wasn't fighting her or anything. I was just talking. And she loaded her gun and was pointing at me. I just know that that's where that started from. And I'm not saying that to do something, dig myself in the grave, oh, the past, he never saw it happen and now she did it. That sounds like bullshit. No, she did it though. I'm a man. I'm a lot stronger than her. I was aggressive, but it was she's shot that gun before. She knows what the fuck she's doing with that. I don't shoot guns. I didn't barely shot a gun in my life. And so the whole way it happened, I feel for me, I didn't mean to do anything. I didn't mean for her to do anything. It was basically felt like it was just fighting for my life. And I feel it was this is how it ended.
According to Tyler, this wasn't aggression. It was survival. Detectives press him for details about what happened next, inside the bathroom. What Tyler says now will either support his claim or destroy it.
Okay, how long from the time she came into the bathroom to where it escalated to the point she gets shot? Talking about seconds or minutes?
2 minutes probably.
Talk to me
Just
about
struggling.
those 2 minutes. Talk
Just
to me
fighting,
about-
trying to. It's a combination of talking, moving the gun around each other. Just like I'm trying to grab her, I'm trying to hold on to her. It's just like it was just felt like it was like fight for survival. I don't know what was going on. I felt like she was gonna kill me.
So at no point you stripped the gun from her and had the gun in your hand totally?
Not until it was over. Not until she was on the ground.
Were you on top? Was she on top?
Behind.
You were behind.
Behind, like kind of like this, like kind of trying to do like a chokehold shit thing or something. She was like trying to get the gun to me, so it was just in our general facial areas.
Okay.
After the shot, what happens?
I don't even. I stood there and I couldn't believe what the fuck happened. And the first thing I thought of was, I have to call somebody. I have to get someone here. I have to stand up for what I.
Tyler is becoming increasingly agitated. Detectives call a short break, concerned that pushing further could cause him to shut down completely. But the moment detectives step outside the room, everything changes. New evidence comes in, and it directly contradicts Tyler's story. Tyler claims Ashley had the gun in her hand, that they were fighting over the weapon. But when Ashley's body was discovered, her phone was still in her right hand, her dominant hand, meaning she wasn't holding a weapon in the moments before she was shot. Then came the most damning detail. Ashley's hair was found inside the barrel of the gun. Combined with skull fracture patterns, it proved the weapon had been pressed firmly against her skin. This wasn't self-defense. This was a cold-blooded execution. This is exactly what detectives needed. Armed with this evidence, Detective Cully re-enters the room. This time, he's ready to confront Tyler. But to his surprise, the controlled demeanor Tyler once had is gone. And Tyler is about to lash out.
Yeah, well, do you feel like it probably just got out of hand?
Yes, I think our whole relationship was out of hand, and I think that I've never had someone do that to me. I've never had someone get that mad at me that they load a weapon in their house. The kids were asleep. It was 2 nights ago, and she cocks it back, and she's standing there like all cocky, looking at me like she knows what she's gonna do with it.
I mean, why not, if this lady's got a gun, why not just get the hell out of it?
Because she had never done anything like this before. The other night, 2 nights ago, I don't even know why I let that go. I should have left the house. I guess, is it fair to like say I was afraid for my life though?
Yes.
Like, is that fair to say that? I mean, I feel like the cop out there was like, "You're a big dude," and I feel like it's not fair if it's like, "You look like you can handle yourself. You could have just like punched her in the face or like kicked her or something or like done something." And I'm like, I don't know, man. One bullet goes off and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it was like, for me, it's not about that.
That's right.
It's about it was a fight for literally like, I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do. She threatened me that night, so now I'm just like, I don't even know. It just feels like it was an accident. I didn't try to murder anybody. I didn't try to kill anyone. I don't know how, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I worked in the medical field and I know that it's not good.
Tyler's words no longer sound like the frustration of a man defending himself. They sound like hostility towards someone he blames for everything that happened. And now, Tyler begins to realize he isn't coming across the way he hoped.
We're still missing some things that I feel that you're kind of rushing through. And I think it
processing today. I just want to feel like I'm like someone's like on like kind of listen like on my side.
On your side, right?
No, but I'm not trying to.
I get what you're saying.
I know. I've seen this in the movies. I know what I'm trying to do. Like, it's like the more I tell now, it's like the better it looks. Like the more I just tell now, it's like. But I'm getting to that place where it's like we're at like the part of everything that happened. I'm trying to be really careful with like if I fuck up or if I say something stupid, I don't know what. The more I talk, I feel like the more it's like gonna look like, oh man, dude. I'm trying to explain the best I can of what happened. Right now, the whole world, if they know what just happened, is probably like, that guy's a piece of shit. So I'm like, feel really alone where I like don't have anyone. My family's not here, no one's here. I understand that Ashley's not here either, and I'm trying to process that shit right now. But
what we're gonna do is we're gonna refrain from any more questions.
Understood.
If you feel compelled to re-engage or say anything, you are more than welcome.
You know, I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I know you guys got to do this with people and stuff, and I'm not trying to tell you guys I don't want your counsel and I don't want to tell more and more and more. I just feel like I'm at that point looking at that piece of paper, what I've told you. I want to be able to tell someone that's like, I'm kind of like sitting here going like, I hear what you're saying, maybe don't say everything, maybe some counsel. I know you guys are counseling me right now and I'm appreciating it, but I need someone else that just feels like it's like, does this.
At this point, Tyler refuses to answer any more questions until his lawyer arrives. With the evidence stacked against him, Tyler is charged with second-degree murder and 4 counts of child abandonment. At trial, he maintains he acted in self-defense, but the state's case is overwhelming. Narrator: Tyler is found guilty on all charges. Narrator: he is sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole.